Gathered here today to mourn the loss of a beloved. It's true. Men with common sense in movies. Because Final Destination Bloodlines has just hit the theaters after a long time in hiatus. Yes, I was watching these way before I should have been. But to its kind of credit, to play devil's advocate, I believe maybe because of those moments and experiencing that log moment early on kind of kept one hyper aware, which would lead into a culinary lifestyle, which would lead into our opening scene. Because man, let me tell you, I've been around a couple of years. I've been in kitchens a couple of years. I've experienced a lot of moments, and when I tell you these simulations happen, I believe it. I believe it. So when one goes the extra mile and one kind of is controlled by that fear of premonition, you get to see how that becomes its own death, which is something that I didn't really expect to come out of this. But honestly, going into it, this is about family. Ladies and gentlemen, Dominic Toretto was right. Family. That being said, it's a little sad. It's a little bit rough too, and a little comedic to see how back to back to back. But thankfully, these guys come around and bring it all together. I was not expecting something this, let's call it polished, right? We know Final Destination, at least I do, for its B-tier horror kind of angsty teenager vibes. And it's in its own beautiful way, it definitely brought that vibe to the modern era. So huge credit to all the creative directors and all the writing to bring this into like a very believable situation. But as it is, we have a group of family members who have unfortunately become related to a young lady who skipped a life-threatening moment. And the interesting note with that is that doing the good thing is what gets them down this path. But there has to be something to be said about how they go about it and how they really kind of pay attention to the situations going in hand, especially getting to a point where it almost hits like a detective level of intelligence, where you have to constantly be piecing these things together. And in the movie itself, they lovingly reference it as it's like doing math. And I'm like, oh, thank you, thank you. Gotta get more critical thinking out there. And thankfully, our main female lead is the one to do that. And they do good. They do a great job. Even the opening scene, which is kind of a spoiler because it sets off this whole timeline of stuff. But even setting that timepiece moment felt exciting because it took us to a different moment. And that is a huge credit to the production value of everything that they were doing in that scene. So I can definitely see this team getting more ambitious and getting more creative. And who knows, maybe someone else can teach us history. Ubisoft. So, with all that being said, respect to the homie. They do make a memorial of him, and they do a good job. I think now knowing how things went down, he might have been ready, and that was his salute. So shout out, respect, and loving memory. And with that, definitely go check it out. It's gonna hit, real talk. Give it a good second. People are gonna get crazy about this. The nostalgia is real. The shock value is super real and it feels fresh. And I believe that is what people are interested in right now, especially to kind of give us a kind of vibe of like, hey man, things could get a lot trickier. So let's appreciate the moments and the time, because time is a valuable thing. And with that, it's time to go. So thanks for watching. Thanks for being cool. Hit that like, it glows, and I'll see you again next time. Subscribe. Bye. Stay alive. Tip your cooks. Thank you. Ciao. Matane.